Good afternoon, everyone. And we are busy on Friday, so we didn't trade on Friday actually. And for next 15 days also, we'll not be trading. I have lots of work to do. I will be busy with that. I'll be going out of town also for 4 days. Need to go for hospital visit also. So we'll not be trading for next 15 days till Feb 15th at least. But we'll be keeping videos in the evening session for guidance level. And before we move forward, kindly go through this disclaimer once so we can move ahead. If you go through our 24th January evening session video, which we have kept for 25th January trading session, in that video we have clearly mentioned that we will be buying calls with half the volume after confirmation, but we will be buying put with full volume after confirmation because we are very bearish, and that's the thing that happened. If you see our levels, all the four levels were shattered within 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock. All the levels in a Nifty downside were shattered, and it didn't even came to retest actually on 25th. It just went down, 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 and down only. Same happened with the Bank Nifty. All the four levels which we gave dusted within 10 o'clock. Again it fall. Again it continued the downside fall. Next, coming to on the 30th January levels, Nifty spot. These are all levels. Coming on to the resistance, first resistance is coming at 70,727. Second resistance is 70,820. Third resistance is 70,877, and fourth resistance is 70,969. Coming on to support, our first support is 17,486. Second support is 17,393. Third support is 17,336, and fourth support is 17,244. This was for Nifty spot. And when we go into the Bank Nifty spot, we have our first resistance as 40,757. Second resistance is 41,056. Third resistance at 41,241, and fourth resistance is 41,541. This is for 30th January 2023 Bank Nifty spot, only for intraday. Coming on to the support, our first support lies at 39,972. Second support lies at 39,673. Third support lies at 39,488, and fourth support lies at 39,188. When you go through this, we see that these are very widespread actually. We have lots of this around 300 points gap between this resistance 3 and resistance 4. What is why this happening? If we look further, we see that on 24th Jan, Bank Nifty was at 42,700. Now it's at 40,300. Around 2,000 points fall in 2 sessions. That's huge. When there is such a huge movement in the market, it creates the volatility, and because of this our levels are very widespread because it expects the volatility to continue. For true trading session, we have such a volatile session that 2,000 points fall happens in Bank Nifty spot. The levels will be very widespread actually. It will expect the volatility to control both on the upside and downside. So I would recommend all my subscribers and listeners who are viewing, kindly decrease your volume. If you are say whatever trading you are doing with whatever volume, kindly make it half or 1/10, because these are very volatile sessions, and you need to conserve your capital for future trading. That's more important. When we say trading, it's not race to the Himalayas or mountain. It's not a F1 race. It's a turtles race. Who stays for the longer period, that counts in this race, in this trading. who preserves his capital. It's not who gains the most amount within one day, 1 month, 1 year. It's never like that. It's always about preserving your capital. Kindly remember this. And let's go through this option chain, Nifty. We see that for every one put, more than 2 calls have been sold in Nifty, so it's bearish. Option chain turning bearish. When we see out of the money options, for every one put, 2 calls have been sold, so it's still bearish in option chain Nifty. Coming on to bank Nifty, for out of the money, for every one put, 3 calls have been sold in bank Nifty, so it's still bearish as per option chain. And again, for change in OI, for every one call, roughly around between 3 to 4 puts have been sold. So bank Nifty is more bearish than Nifty actually. So kindly mark this up and trade carefully. When we see at Nifty here, chart wise, Nifty is telling that it will fall. It has formed its bottom. That's why Nifty is saying that this was its bottom. But it's not saying that it will shoot off from here. No, actually it's telling that it's gonna pause here and it's gonna fall a little. Then it might decide there where it should go up or down. Now there are various scenarios over here. It might start here and go up, which is very unlikely. But as we know, market is supreme, not me. Market is supreme. My thinking that it should fall from here, then it might go up because bottom is formed over here. That's my interpretation of the chart. Coming on to bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is still bearish. It need to fall a little, then it can move up actually. And kindly remember, next we are going forward, and we know that on Feb 1st we have a budget in India, and on Feb 1st in the evening, US Fed has a meeting. We know that US Fed has hit its debt ceiling and it should be revoked or hiked by June by the US Senate actually. Actually, US is such a country, it's the highest level of loan. And if you are aware of how currency works, treasury bonds are being sold, US treasury bonds. They are selling the US debt and already is rising the interest rate. So it's a double whammy actually. Japan and China, those people are doing the reverse for regarding this treasury bond. So US it actually as a country it can't accept a interest rate more than 3. It can't tolerate actually. Tolerate will be a better word. So it can't tolerate. So sooner or later it should come down actually. But if the debt ceiling increases, then they have further scope to increase the interest rate. So we don't know what happens on Feb 2nd. It will happen on Feb 1st on US, but its impact on Nifty, our index will be on Feb 2nd. Feb 2nd also we have earning reports of Google. And coming back to our Indian scenario, these are the results for weekend and next week. From 28th Jan till 3rd Feb, we have our earnings report in here in India. Kindly pause it and look into it if you are interested. We have all the entire exhaustive list over here. And just a couple of hours back actually we went through a news article that there was a drone strike on weapon storage facility at Iran. But just 1 hour back when I followed up on that news, it comes to that there are multiple attacks, drone attacks on the army establishments in Iran. So these are military attacks. These are not terrorist attacks. These are military attacks on Iran. And we know that Iran is supplying Shahed drones to Russia for this Ukraine-Russia conflict. As we see, actually this Shahed drones is going for Russia advantage. because Russian missiles are cost somewhere between 5 to 10 million, and the Shahed drones they cost around $1 lakh. Actually, they are cheaper, they are precise. So Russia is taking exclusive advantage of these Shahed drones. We all know about this thing if we follow the news. And of course, we know that it's not Ukraine-Russia conflict. It's actually U.S., NATO, U.S. dragging Europe and NATO in Russia into war conflict. Actually, coming on back to this Iran issue, Iran is issue with many of its neighbors. So there's something like Shia Sunni and all those things. So we will not go into depth of those things. But only one country which is in the neighborhood of Iran and is powerful enough, it's Israel. And recently there is change of government at Israel, so we don't know who carried out this drone attack. No one took the responsibility as of now, and Israel is the ally of US, as we all know. So we'll not be guessing. We'll better wait for this. Whoever takes the responsibility. We know that in the past, Iran's defense general, some general in Iran was killed by US drone attacks. It was very fierce drone attack, just like movie shot of thing. So he was killed by drone attack by US couple of years back. So we have this financial issues with Fed. We have Fed meetings, budget, and this war scenario. So it's going to be very volatile. So my recommendation will be to half or 1/10 your volume for the coming sessions. You'll preserve your capital, and whatever gain you are making on the full lot, you'll make the same full volume. You'll make the same or little bit less on the half or 1/10 of the volume, but you will survive the race. So kindly consider this thing, and thanks a lot for watching.